About 2 years ago, I started a new health journey, like health journey number 3,000 in my lifetime. I was physically fit in high school. Didn't last long after high school. And at my heaviest, I've been 400 pounds. And I've lost some weight here and there, up to the low carb, whatever. But I was just kind of hanging tight at about 280 pounds. I was just hanging tight. So I decided that I wanted to get my weight down farther, and I'd like to get it down in the low 200s. So I started. After watching many videos, doing some research, I started the carnivore diet slash low carb. And I decided, I said, this is it. Because I'd watched Dr. Kim Berry, and I've watched this one, and I've watched that one, and I've lost 100 pounds, they said. And so I said, hey, this is it. Now, I'd done low carb before. Done the Atkins diet way back when the Atkins diet was it and the book was out. I did the Atkins diet, and I've done low carb, and that's kind of a lot of how I got from 400 pounds down to 280. But it stopped. It was like nothing I did worked, and so I decided that I was going to do the carnivore diet, and it was going to work. Carnivore slash low carb. And so, along with my starting of the carnivore lifestyle, I started making videos for this channel. The earliest video that I found, it says 2 years ago, is probably closer to 3 years ago, because it don't roll over until it's been 3 years. It's probably almost 3 years ago. I just looked a little bit of my first video that said carnivore diet days 1 and 2, because I was convinced I was about to lose weight in front of the 15 or 20 people who would tune in and watch my YouTube videos. And I was faithful to it. I did it right. I did everything that everybody said. I tried intermittent fasting with it. I just tried everything. I went from carnivore. I tried the lion diet for a while, where all I ate was beef, and nothing worked. I was not losing weight. Now, it was good for me to eat low carb, because I am a diabetic, and I need to keep my blood sugar down, and I have controlled my blood sugar pretty much all of the years since I've known that I was a diabetic, with eating right, just trying to eat right and do right. So I'm not on any medication. I don't have to take insulin, nothing like that. And I have a pretty solid A1C. So it's good for me. But as far as weight loss is concerned, I was making these videos, and I wasn't losing weight. And it was a little embarrassing, to be honest with you. It was a little embarrassing. So I stopped making videos about carnivore, low carb, and I just stopped. This year, I have tried on and off different things, trying to get myself on a path of losing some weight. And I took on a job a couple of years ago driving a school bus, and I don't know what kind of brain cramp I was having when I made that decision. The kids are great. The kids are great. It's not about the kids. The kids are great. And so the end of school was coming, and I made an executive decision that when school was out, that starting on June the 1st, school got out like the 27th or 28th of May, I decided that on June the 1st that I was going to start walking. And I walked before I was driving a school bus. I went back and looked at some of those videos, and I was walking, 3 miles a day or so. And but I decided that I was going to start walking on June the 1st. I stopped walking because it didn't jive with my bus driving schedule and my full-time job. It just didn't jive. And so when I started driving a bus, I stopped walking. So I made that decision that on June the 1st that I would start walking. Along with that, when I started walking on June the 1st, and I started off real slow, almost 3 years later since I'd been walking. And, I'm 66 years old. I turned 66 in June. So I had a conversation with ChatGPT. And ChatGPT says, considering your age, gee, thanks. Considering your age, start off slow. And I even told Chat that I had been walking up to 3 miles a day 3 years ago. Well, a lot of things that can change in 3 years, it said. So start off slow. And so I started walking 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes a day. Now, if you're a good brisk walker, 15 minutes is a mile. But I was not doing anywhere. I was probably doing about a half a mile, 15 minutes a day. I would walk 7.5. I'd start the stopwatch on my phone. I would walk 7.5 minutes. At the 7.5 minute mark, I would turn around and come home. And then Felicia started doing that with me. And so we would walk that 7.5 minutes. And then at 7.5 minutes, we'd turn around and come back. So we were walking 15 minutes a day. And I got to tell you, that simple little 15-minute walk every day really had a positive impact on me. All of a sudden, my mental health felt better, my emotions, my walk with God, my relationship with Felicia, my sleep, everything improved. And then it started getting really hot, so Felicia dropped out. And so I started increasing the distance of my walk, and I have increased it up to 1.5 miles, 1.5 miles. That's what I walk every day. Every day. Today was like today is August the 1st. So today is the 62nd day since I started walking. In those 62 days, I've missed, I think, 3 days. And I started walking, and I started eating more strictly than I had been this year, eating a low-carb diet. And man, I most days, not every day, but most days, I just feel so good. And so I started weighing, which I hate to weigh. And everybody I've ever talked to that wanted me to think they were an expert said weigh once a week, and that's what I used to do. But I decided that I was going to weigh every day. Now, I know that weight fluctuates. I've read that fluid weight in an adult human being can fluctuate 7 to 8 pounds in a day. And so I know that. I know all that stuff. I am a professional dieter. So I started weighing and logging my weight every day. And some days it'd go down, some days it'd go back up. And that's okay. I understood that. I just decided it was okay. I wasn't gonna get discouraged or disheartened because it jumps up and down. And I weigh every day. And when I started recording my weight, I weighed 279 pounds. Today, 62 days into this journey, I weighed 263 pounds. So what is that? 16 pounds. And so I'm feeling pretty pumped about that in 62 days, by walking and eating low carb, I have lost 16 pounds. Now, I've been on this journey, on this train many, many times in my life. And I know that if something happens, that I fall off the wagon, I could be back to 279 pounds in a matter of days. I can put it on. I can't get it off, but I can put it on. Just give me a box full of Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies. And I can put it on. So I know I have to be faithful. But here I am, 62 days in, down 16 pounds by simply eating carnivore / low carb. And by the way, I record with the help of ChatGPT. I record my calories, my carbs, and my protein intake for every day in a field notes. I love pocket notebooks, and I have one that is for nothing but me recording my health for the day. I put down how much I weigh. I'm at Sonic. Did you see that? I'm at Sonic. But I'm here to get a Coke Zero. There's a Sonic Blast on there. I can hurt a Sonic Blast. Hand mixed master shakes. Oh, sweet Jesus. Strawberry cheesecake, my favorite. Anyway, it's not what I'm here for. I'm here to get a Coke Zero. So, 16 pounds. Eating low carb. Oh, I was telling you that I record everything every day. I record my weight. I record my blood pressure. My blood pressure's got, me walking has improved my blood pressure. Absolutely. I record my blood pressure. I record my blood sugar. And then at the end of the day, I type into chat everything that I ate that day. And it gives me a total of calories, carbs, protein. And I write that in my journal. And then I write how many steps I walked today. So right now, that's kind of how I'm measuring my walks, is by steps. And so it has been, for me, a very positive 2 months. Now, school starts back on the 10th of August. Today is the 1st. So 9 days, I'll be back on that school bus in the mornings, and I'm going to have to completely revamp. Got ink in my hand. I'm going to have to completely revamp my schedule to make sure I get my walk in every day. And I'm gonna do it. And so why don't you hit that like button? Say something in the comments. Tell me what you're doing. And subscribe. Okay? Hey, God bless. Have a great day.